Over the past couple weeks, we've been working on drawing the different portions of the human body. Today, we're going to be putting all that together, and I'm going to be showing you how to draw in correct proportions the human figure. What we have here is the standard layout for every human form that you're ever going to draw. Now, the exception to this rule is if you're drawing manga or anime or comic illustrations. This will vary a little bit, but for the most part, when you're drawing or painting humans, you typically draw them in this layout here, where the body itself is a total of 7 head heights tall. If you remember back whenever I taught you how to draw portraitures, I told you that the head height is from the top of the head to the bottom of the chin, and I also mentioned that the entire body is mapped out in that orientation. And it's true, because you can see right here, I have it broke down to the sides, where the head is 1 head height, obviously. The neck is half a head. The torso itself, or the chest, is going to be 1 head, while the abdomen down to the waist is going to be another head. And then you have both portions of your legs are 1.5 heads each, and then the feet is half of a head. You will also notice that the shoulders are proportionate in head heights as well. A female body is typically 1 head height wide on the shoulders as well as on the hips, while a male is proportionally 1.5 head heights wide on the shoulders while still being 1 head height wide on the hips. This gives the female figure the illusion of having wider hips, when in actuality they really don't in art. It's more just a visual representation, because the shoulders are wider on a man than they are on a woman. This is all broken down for you in the exact proportions. Arms, you can see right here, they are 1 head height from shoulder to elbow. From elbow to wrist is 1 head height as well. You can also gauge that the hand from wrist to hand is half of a head height. You can use these measurements to measure everything else on the body in relation to the head height. When you're drawing a person, always start off with the head shape. So we're going to have a circle that goes down to a little triangle right here. Draw that in. This is going to be our 1 head height. From here, we can gauge everything else that's going on. So if we look back at our reference, shoulders are roughly half a head down. That is where the chest is going to be and the rib cage. So we're going to take this head height, we're going to measure down about halfway, which is going to be right here, and we can determine that this is going to be where the chest area is at on this figure. Same thing with the gesture drawings that we did. We're going to be using a triangle for this. So let's go ahead, map in our shoulders here. So the shoulders are 1 head width apart. So if we have right here, that's how tall it is, 1 head width apart. We're going to go ahead, draw in the triangle here. This is going to be roughly the chest area. Drawing a circle oval. And we're going to go ahead, draw in a circle for the abdomen, and then a circle for the waist. So this right here should be a total of 2 heads tall, and it is. So the center point there, which would be the belly button. Now this line would also line up with the elbows. So we're going to go ahead, put the elbows in here, and then the hands are, or the wrist, exactly the same distance down. And now we can draw them in. Legs, same thing as before. They are about 1.5 heads down, so right there, and then half of that. So knees would be roughly here. And same thing with the feet. Be right around in here for the ankles. Let's move that knee up a little bit. And then draw those in as well. And then from there, you map in and draw the individual body parts like we had before. And from here, you have the human form in correct proportions. For today's assignment, I want you to try and draw a total of 3 human forms that are non-gender specific. So that means I want you to just do the general shape. Don't add in anything that is very identifiable as far as gender, and try and make one of the forms skinny, one of the forms normal, and one of the forms very buff and muscular. Thank you all very much. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and if you have any questions, just let me know.